So if you start seeing signs of high altitude sickness, then should you stop climbing up the mountain?
Definitely, yes. That's the most important thing to do. In anyone that's not feeling well at altitude, with any symptoms really, even if you're not quite sure what the cause is or what the diagnosis is, the most important thing to do is to not ascend any further, not keep going up, because that will only make things worse. As I said, the higher you go, the less oxygen there is, and that's the cause of these illnesses. So the most important thing is to stop ascending. If possible, go down, but just at least stop ascending and evaluate where you are, and so you can make a plan from there.
So how long does high altitude sickness last so that you can kind of recover and then go down the mountain, then maybe start going back up it again?
This is very dependent on the situation, in terms of how severe the illness was, where you are, your previous altitude experience. It's not really a one size fits all answer, to be honest. What I would say is if somebody's displaying signs of AMS, acute mountain sickness, and is maybe at the milder or more moderate end of the scale, and what is usually recommended is that they rest. So don't ascend any further. Rest, preferably overnight. See how they go, make sure they're well hydrated, have something to eat, that kind of thing. If that person is actually feeling a lot better the next day, then there's no reason really why they can't then continue on climbing the mountain. However, if somebody is not getting better or is feeling worse and they just shouldn't be going any higher, they need to descend. Or if someone is displaying any of the signs of HACE or HAPE, those really serious conditions, and they shouldn't be ascending until, well, to be honest, just shouldn't be ascending on that trip, really. Their sort of time is done, unfortunately, because the illness is too severe. But usually the milder end of the spectrum, the symptoms, if somebody is starting to acclimatise, which basically means that their body is starting to cope and adapt to the high altitude, then hopefully those symptoms will start to improve really quickly, as I say, sort of overnight usually, or within 12 hours. But if not, then that person just isn't coping very well and is going to have to go down and not reascend.